Hi, this is Jenny Tollison, and this is video post 3. I'm responding to Catherine McKenzie. In your post, you talked about how the principal needs to take charge and begin listening to some of the concerns that Mr. Standing Elk had voiced, and check in with Jeremy to see how he's doing. You know, he's been present for this whole meeting thus far, and it hasn't gone very well, and so it would be important to go ahead and check in with him and then possibly excuse people who didn't need to be there and get to the issue at hand. So I agree completely with you on all of that. I think that coming from the ethic of justice, it's very important for the principal to go ahead and begin addressing some of the concerns. Some of it I think she's going to need to address privately because, you know, it's confrontational with teachers and with processes, and parents don't need to hear all of that. But I think that in front of the parents, it would be appropriate to go ahead and acknowledge that the classroom wasn't handled in the way that we typically do, make apologies, and try to support the teacher as best as possible, even though it'd be a hard meeting for the teacher as well. And I think that's something that we need to consider. The teacher may not have maliciously allowed those things to happen to Jeremy. In fact, she most likely didn't. However, you know, we need to be able to address those things and show compassion to her as well. So that's a difficult place to be, and for her and for the principal having to address those things. I think that it's important for the principal to address cultural awareness and go ahead and, you know, put that out on the table that there may be things that we have overlooked due to cultural differences, and again, making apologies coming from that compassionate standpoint, but also, you know, the ethic of justice, you know, addresses policies, addresses procedures. And so I think that will be very appropriate to discuss in the meeting and to try to help Mr. Standing Elk and Jeremy to feel comforted. I don't know that they can feel better about what happened because it was a terrible thing, but also to assure them that, you know, the principal and counselors are going to look into the situation and address whatever you know, back and forth that's going on, whatever tension lies between the two groups, whatever comments that the boys or the people in that other group continue to make toward Jeremy. I think that the principal can go ahead and say, you know, we're going to address this, and then get more information from Jeremy, maybe speak with Jeremy privately after the meeting. That's something I commonly do. I will get information from the student, but then I will let the parent and student know that I would like to speak with the student in more detail after the meeting's over, and a lot of times those things go over well. So I think that's all I have for now, and thank you guys. Thank you, Catherine.